So Pamela, it's coming up to summer. Lots of parents sending their kids to sporting activities, sporting clubs,
Yep.
and given everything that's been in the papers and the press and everything like that, what would you say to them, and how are they going to keep their children safe?
Okay, I think first and foremost the key message to reinforce is that whilst the press might report it slightly differently and make it look like abuse in sport is really prevalent, we know statistically that that's not the case. So sport is a fantastic place for children to be, and we want to encourage more and more young people to be involved. And it's about making sure that when parents are looking for a club for their children, that they ask all of the right questions.
So what are those questions? What are you thinking?
In terms of looking for a club, it's starting right at the beginning. So when you first go to visit a club, getting a feel for what the environment is like. What is the involvement of parents and carers in that? It would be very unusual for any club to say we absolutely don't allow parents to stay. Looking around to see how do the coaches interact with the young people, how are the young people presenting, is everybody happy, or are there some people who are sitting on the sidelines looking a bit left out? Have they got a coaching qualification for a start for that sport?
So there's a lot you've mentioned there, but is there anything they should watch out about how coaches behave?
Yeah, absolutely. In any good club there should be a code of conduct for all of the coaches and volunteers who are working with the young people. Right. If a young person and a parent doesn't know what is in the coach's code of conduct, how do they know if they're then breaching that? Have they got the appropriate background checks and references carried out before they were brought on board? And that's not just for the coaches, but also for any of the volunteer helpers who are assisting with that.
It seems like an awful lot for parents to remember. Is there somewhere that they can go to remind themselves?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I'm sitting here listening to you thinking, God, that was a lot. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got a resource on our website, and it's called the top 10 questions for parents. We'll link it at the end of this video as well. I think from our side, we'd also be keen to find out what ParentLine can do in that then to support parents if they're a bit anxious and have a concern there.
Yeah, well, at ParentLine we're always there to listen, and you said something earlier on that 9 times out of 10 it isn't anything to worry about, but each of those 10 times the parent's worried, and nothing's too trivial to get in touch with us about. We want to hear about it, we'll listen to you, we're never going to judge you or laugh at you or anything else. We can signpost you to the right place, or we can actually make that referral for you if you feel that you're not in a position that you could do it. So we're happy to do that.
Which is great for parents, because sometimes it is just having that reassurance and knowing that they're speaking to the right person and things are passed on to the right people.
So Pamela, if a parent is concerned, something has raised a flag with them, or they've seen something they're not comfortable, what should they do?
Okay, first and foremost, if it's an immediate risk to a child and you think somebody's in serious risk of harm, then obviously you're going to contact either police or out of our social work, and make sure that young person is kept safe. For something that's not an immediate risk, the first go-to person should be your club child protection officer. They will know what the policies and procedures of the club are, and they'll be able to take that information and pass it on to the relevant people. If for whatever reason a parent doesn't feel comfortable doing that, there are a couple of options that they have. One is that they can contact yourselves at ParentLine and get some advice. They can also contact our helpline and get some advice from ourselves, or if their sport is affiliated to one of the governing bodies, then every governing body in Scotland has a named lead child protection officer, so they can contact their governing body head office and speak to that person. I think the main thing though is if people have a sense that something's just not right, don't hold it in, make sure and pass that information on.
So Pamela, I'm a parent and I found this great club for my kid, but I go in and I'm asking some of the questions that are in your website or that I've heard you talking about there, and they don't have it. What will I do? Okay, so what we don't want is we don't want parents and carers to suddenly feel they have to pull their children out of clubs because they don't have these measures in place. What we would rather do is support the clubs to put things in place. We know that sports are a great environment for children to be in, and we want to encourage them to be there. They can get so much out of it, but it's just making sure that when we do that, we've got everything we need in place to make sure that it's a safe environment where they can actually thrive and enjoy their sport.